Welcome back to another episode of the Finprov podcast. I'm your host always, Finton Smith, and a early Merry Christmas to you. As you can see, very festive over here, very festive on this side of the table, you know? But as per usual, if you don't mind supporting the show out, anything you can do, like, rate, review, share, subscribe, anything helps me out. In the holiday season, tis the season to be giving. Make a young man's day, make a young man's dreams come true. My balls are in your court. Anyway, if you're watching on video, you'll see I am Santa's little slut. I am currently wearing, sure, it's my mother's top, so it doesn't quite fit me, but boom, Rudolph the reindeer is hiding under the table. He's a little bit scared because of the bullying he receives for his red nose. Look at that. I'll tuck it up. There we go. I'll crop top it. And that way, we got Rudolph. And this hat, man, this really bugging me. First off, it's cutting the circulation to my head. So if I pass out halfway through the episode, you know, if you're listening on audio, you just hear a big pause. Something's gone terribly wrong. I've lost the circulation to my brain. It's an interesting hat though. It's, you know, I'm not a real Santa hat kind of person. I had it here, and then you know, the bauble, whatever you call it, dangling, hit me in the eyes. Then the anatomy of this hat is interesting, man. It's like an elf hat, I suppose, because I've got the elf ears sitting at the so this elf, right, has put on the hat. He's put on his little hat, and his ears are so big they've burst through. His ears are burst through the seams and are poking out. Then, for some reason, it's got little legs attached to it. Now, I'm assuming these are legs, right? But then the confusing thing is, what does that make me? What does that make me, the hat wearer? So I've got it on my head. I've got ears now coming out of the sides of my head, the top of my head. And then I've got legs coming out of where my ears are. And now I don't know everything about anatomy. I failed year 12 PE. I didn't study any science. I'm not the best, you know, with science, the human body, all that jazz. But I know on my own body at least, I don't have legs coming out of the same place that my ears do. Now, I may be a peculiar case there. Maybe I don't know as much about elves as I think I do. But anytime I've seen one, they haven't either. Yet the maker of this hat thinks that your legs come out of your ears. And then, what's more is, where the hell are my arms? Where the hell are my arms? Because if I'm meant to use my human arms, it doesn't really fit. I'm not sure. You know, in the background, look at this. We got this boot here. This is really a visual first 10 minutes. Heads up. Little Santy boot. Old woman next door made it for me when I was a little boy. When I was a baby. I've always been great with older women. What can I say? We got Santa Claus up the back there. And then this monstrosity. You might be wondering, what on God's green earth is that? It's it's a paper bag. It's a cardboard brown paper bag with two googly eyes, with quite a lot of eyeshadow on there, and wings, and a bit of a mess on top, bit of a crow's nest for hair. This is what you call a family heirloom. Yeah. So in our family, you heard me right, this means Christmas is coming. I think it happened, I think it was made about 23 years ago. I think my sister made it when she was about 2. And that piece of shit stayed in the family. That's heirloom. So we do Christmas good on this side. God, gotta walk past it at night. Tell you what, googly eyes follow you. They follow you. But Christmas, you know, the time of giving. And when it comes to giving, you've really got three type of people in terms of receiving, You've got the one that everyone wants, and that's when, if you're receiving, you've gotten exactly what you wanted. So you're going to react accordingly, right? That's what everyone dreams of. Then you've got the person who's just an excitable person. So regardless of whether they really like it or they don't like it or whatever, they're going to have, they're going to be happy about it. They're going to, oh, thanks so much. Oh my God. Another pair of socks. Mum, Dad got me socks too. And Grandma. And my uncle. And my auntie got me undies. You got that type of person. We all love them. Then you've got me, my category of person, which is admittedly the absolute worst type. Apologies, I apologize. And that's the people that you just don't get that excited. I'm not a materialistic person. I don't ask for anything. I don't really care for things. I mean, for God's sakes, the iPad I use currently, across the top of it, I just put a line of sticky tape to stop the glass from falling into my fingers and then into my eyes. It's been, every time it gets dropped, it shuts off and I have to restart it. The slightest bump, that is. There's literally, there's glass coming off. It's, but it still works. So that's kind of how I view things. So even if you get me exactly what I wanted, oh, wow, you got me tickets to go around the world. Thanks. That is so thoughtful of you. That's awesome. You get me a t-shirt. Oh, cool. Now I don't have to borrow your reindeer shirt, Mum. Thanks. That's so awesome of you. Oh, cool. A new camera for the podcast? Wow. That must have cost a pretty penny. Thank you. I'm the worst type of person. I don't know what it is. I'm one of them. Again, doesn't matter what you get me, I'm gonna have a non-reaction. So I don't like Christmas too much. Another thing I don't like about Christmas is one of the things I also like the most about Christmas. And that, of course, is prawns. Now, what the hell is a prawn? What a weird little crustacean, right? And the thing with prawns are, they're delicious. If you think otherwise, you're a fool, right? But it's kind of disgusting. It's one of the things I hate the most about growing up, because now I have no choice but to peel my prawns. I really like the system when Mum would peel me a few beforehand, right? That was the Christmas I craved, right? That was my utopia. Now, you grab the prawn, then you gotta twist its head, and then you got all this pus and guts and brown stuff coming on, and anytime, if you see brown, you're gonna frown. It's not a good sign. And the eyeballs always pop out, and then you'll have a prawn with 5 eyeballs, you'll have one with 0, you'll have one with 2. It's all over the shop, right? Then you pop the head, then you gotta peel it, you crack the legs, then you pop the tail, and then you think you're done with it, you wipe around the extra guts, and then you got a whole line of poop down it. Little bit disgusting, but you eat it anyway. But if you make eye contact with the shit, you feel a lot dirty about it, right? But then you got oysters. Now, what the hell is an oyster? Oh, I'll tell you. It's disgusting. Any food that you have to swallow. If you have to swallow it, pour it down your throat and gulp it like you're a goddamn pelican, it's probably not that good. It's probably not meant for human consumption, alright? That's kind of my 2 cents on it. And then it's like, oh, but try Kilpatrick. It's just bacon. Well, if it's just bacon, I'll just have a serving of bacon, please. Thank you very much. If you got to put bacon, and you got to put, Worcestershire sauce on it, maybe just have the bacon in the sauce, and don't have the thing that you're gulping down in a shell, right? It'll probably be a nice sign. If that's what makes it good, well, then it's probably not that good. So don't defend oysters. If you're not eating them raw out of the ocean, you can't defend them. If you defend, I don't know if you can tell. It's a point of contention. I'm the only one in the house that doesn't eat them, right? If your argument for something is that it's only good to eat when there's other stuff masking the flavor of it, it's probably not worth having the thing that you're masking for, right? This, Not too many food groups have to be consumed like that. It's definitely better doing it that way than scooping it out and chewing on it. That's disgusting. Then you got the classic, you got ham. Right now in our fridge, we've got 4 freaking Christmas hams. I mean, I love the stuff. Can't get enough. But maybe I can a little bit. Maybe I can a little bit. Then you got a turkey. Now, who the hell eats a turkey? If you eat turkey on Christmas and you're living in Australia, what you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? We don't do that here. If you're going to live in our country, you're going to abide by our societal rules. And we do not have turkey in this nation. It's a waste of a meat. It's fine. It's edible. I'll have it. It's not good. Would I have rather a turkey or a chicken? Me and my little Santa, my little elf legs would pick the chicken. Thank you very much. Then you got the bonbons. Man, what the hell's a bonbon? Someone gets paid to write those jokes. Oh, how does and it's like awkward. You're all pulling them, and then it's like it's such a weird thing because it's like you want to win the bonbon, right? Even though you know full well it's a waste of all your time because all you're gonna get is a little yo-yo, which they haven't even tied, put a knot in it. So you put it down, it's not coming up, or 3 bowling pins and a ball. And then a little paper hat that you don't really want to put in your head, but you gotta. Because once one person puts it on their head, you gotta put it in your head. And then you got that stupid joke, and it's like, you gotta read it out, and you gotta get everyone's attention, just for something like this, right? How about this one, guys? How does a snowman get around town? And then everyone's starting to think, because everyone knows it's just gonna be a shitty pun. So it's like, I don't know, what's a snowmobile? No. Does he walk? No. Jet? No, that's not a pun. Guys, it's an icicle. It's like a bicycle, but icicle, right? Someone gets paid to make that. Someone gets paid to make the game, strike. Cool, strike. Strike. Cool. Yo-yo that doesn't come back up. Haha, cool. Whoop. It's a puzzle. It was only 8 pieces, so I did it. It was a smiley face. Cool. Someone gets paid for that. What a business. I don't even know how I would react if do they sell bonbons year round, or do they only come out? They only come out in Christmas. Now, I worked at Audi, and like they come out obviously in the Christmas sales, but Audi's a little bit different to normal shops. Because, the weekly sales or whatever, the trolleys always change. Because I don't know how could you imagine any other scenario than your Christmas dining table to receive a bonbon? Now, I've actually, fun fact, never, ever, ever made it to a Christmas work party, right? Do you have it at work, Christmas parties? Would you do bonbons? Because outside looking in, that would feel weird. Imagine on your birthday, you had to pull friggin' bonbons. Easter. What a business model. One time a year, your sales last 3 weeks, and you make enough to live the entire year off. Name a better business model. I will wait, okay? You couldn't do it. Now, a little work update, right? It's kind of why I was getting a little bit triggered by this Santa hat there. I wasn't going to wear one earlier because a little work update, Christmas obviously, going to be finishing up this week. Leave it for a few weeks, right? Harcourt's not in Illawarra. . it was proposed that we wear Santa hats for a photo. And my 2 cents in the matter was I was too busy physically cringing that I actually couldn't give my 2 cents, right? But then when I regained my composure, I thought that I don't want to do that. I would like, all I ask is for my dignity. Now, with just a photo, that's just standard, classic, cliche, cheesy stuff. So I get that. What was said at first was that we door knock in the Santa hats. Now, I don't know if you've had the pleasure of door knocking before, but unless you're a complete asshole, it's not the most comfortable thing in the world, right? Unless you absolutely love the sound of your own voice and love pushing people you've never met before, which, I'm saying that when I knock the door, honestly, I leave probably too quickly. Soon as someone says they're not interested, I've said goodbye and left before they go to continue. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna push you. Goodbye. Have a nice Christmas, right? I'm a lovely young man, right? That's been well stated. But that's the type of people that are good at door knocking, right? Real assholes, okay? Hence, I'm not that good at it. Anyway, it's hard enough doing it as is. You want me to wear a Christmas hat? I think I will break down in front of the person. If you're selling Girl Scout cookies, a little Christmas hat, oh, that's cute. Oh, okay, I'll buy a box of cookies. Also, how the hell... Australian Scouts didn't do that, right? Australian Scouts did not... What? Girl Scouts... it's just an American thing to sell the cookies, right? I've never... And then, actually, I passed a Scout hall the other day. You know there's a Scout class for 18 to 26-year-olds? Now, if you're someone that fits in... Yeah, I'm just going to guess. I don't know. It was like Eagle Scouts or something, right? If you're listening and you're an 18 to 26-year-old Scout, no disrespect, I would love for you to tell me what that's like. But my 2 cents is that at that age, you're not really a Scout. You're an adult. So maybe you're just hiking with your friends. Why you gotta be called a Scout? What are you scouting? My understanding of Scouts was that you just collect badges, maybe set up a tent, go for a hike, and tie knots. What you doing at 18 to 26 and still being called a Scout? It wouldn't be on my Tinder profile, I'll tell you that much. I was shocked, actually, I just stood there for a solid minute, just looking at it, going... And there was 15 to 18, then 18 to 26. Now imagine a 26-year-old man knocking on your door trying to sell you cookies. Put him in a Christmas hat, maybe I'll listen, right? Trying to sell real estate is not that effective. Then luckily it was cleared up, don't have to do it, right? So big sigh of relief for old daddy over here. But the other thing with work, right, is, if it's not door knocking currently, because you got to get leads, you got to get listings, you got to get clients, right? So the old school ways is the door knocking and the flyer dropping, which is, you're just literally putting a leaflet in people's mailbox. Now, I enjoy that. Fun fact, this week, in 4 days, I walked 57 kilometers. So I'm getting... my thighs and my calves are getting nice and juicy, right? Getting a nice workout in there. A real irrational fear, though, has developed. And that is, if someone is watching, if someone is in their yard or mowing or just in their car outside or just walking past, a complete stranger just walking past, irrationally, I feel as if it's illegal for me to put a letter in the mailbox. I don't know why I feel that way, because I could do, most days I'm doing like 400 to 500, right? 400 to 500 leaflets in people's letterbox. Now, I'm a good young boy, and I respect the no junk mail, no advertising. I don't put one in, right? But someone could be walking their dog past, and they're walking past the house, and there's a letterbox there. I will not only not put one in that house, I'll walk past the next 4 before no one is around, and then I'll start putting it in the letterbox. What's wrong with me? Someone's mowing their yard out the front. I don't want to disturb them, so I'm not talking to them. All I got to do is put a letter, put a little pamphlet in their letterbox. Not illegal, not a crime. 99% of the time, all they're going to do is get it and put it in the bin, right? Why does that make me feel, if they're watching, why does it make me feel like it's illegal? I honestly get the tingles. I'll walk past the next 4, because I don't want to make it look like I'm just ignoring this person, so I won't put any in the next couple, and then I'll start again. What's wrong with me? That's better, though, than the other thing I'm learning from doing this line of work is, and that's that dogs, your little doggos and doggies, they're not as cute as cuddly as they seem, because I tell you what, you try walking past a street, just walk through a street, like, towards the fence, just pretend, you don't have to do it, just pretend you're putting stuff in people's letterbox, right? The disdain you will develop for dogs is phenomenal. And why do they bug me? Oh, is it because they're cute and cuddly? Oh, no, it's not. Is it because they're furry? No, it's not. Is it because they lick their own anus? No, it's not. It's because even when they can't see me, they're barking. And it's always the worst type of barks. You got the big loud barks, you got the little yappy barks, you got them inside the house barking, you got them outside the yard barking, you got them jumping over the fence barking, you got them putting their head under the door barking. It drives me nuts. I'm just walking. Then I'm stuck there in the street talking to dogs saying, shh, 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 shut up. I'm just walking. I'm literally doing these ones going, I'm nowhere near your house. I'm down the street. I'm across the block. I've moved states, and you can still hear faintly bark, 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 bark. You try knocking on a door, it's hard enough. Now, when you knock on the door and you hear 3 little dogs and 12 little paws run across the floor, barking, scratching at the door, you feel like you've just committed a crime. You feel like you've ruined this person's day. That's for bloody sure. You hear that, you're best to turn around, right? Man, dogs. You think they're cute? Oh, wait till they're yapping at you and you haven't even stepped foot on the property. I'll be walking on the road and these things will be barking at me. Man, I do not enjoy it. I'm really developing quite the distaste for the species. Shut up. Now, when you pass cats, on the other hand, I'm a dog person, right? But this job is swinging the pendulum to the cat's favour. Because you pass a cat in the job, thing just sits there. Doesn't give a shit you're there. It just sits there. That's my type of animal. That is my type of animal. Man. Another thing that I'm learning about the job is, it's not so much that I'm learning, but I'm seeing it more. You know the Street of the Week signs you see on certain streets, avenues, roads? What's up with that? Is that it? For me, that falls in the category of the weirdest flex, because it's always from 1998 or 2002. You look it up, I couldn't find anything on it, right? Maybe I didn't dig deep enough, but it just seems like someone had a fever dream one night when, Mark, I gotta rank. And she's like, oh, what do you gotta rank? Steve, what do you gotta rank? I gotta rank the street. What do you gotta rank? Wake up, what do you gotta rank? The streets. The streets. The streets. Just went around going up Rawlinson Avenue, your Street of the Week, week 13, 1998. Simpson Road, Street of the Week, 51, 2003. Oh, Stacey Road, you are straight of the week. Number 4, 1999. It feels like that to me. It feels like someone just went out, maybe someone who owned like a signage company, just went out, made metal signs, put them on certain streets. How do you rank a street? That's my question. Question number 1. How do you rank a street? What's the criteria for a street? That it's clean, I suppose. That's something that you would rank. You would rank the type of houses, that it's nice. But you see some, and there's some dodgy houses on them, and you go, man, 1994 must have been a rough year. You must have been scraping the old barrel for these streets, because Davies Avenue did not deserve week 14. I'll tell you what. So that's the first question. How do you rank a street? Number 2, how do you then compare streets? Because the street's meant to be different, right? So it's like, it's not an apples to apples situation, is it? So how do you compare a street? Does a cul-de-sac rank higher or lower? I think I've seen at least one cul-de-sac be street of the week. A real small cul-de-sac. That's rare, I would assume. Why does it seemingly stop? I don't know if I can't recall seeing one past 2004. I mean, some part of me is telling me I saw a 2010 one, but that seems like it was just a fantasy. Question number 3: Who ranked it? Was it? I assume it would be council. Question number 4: Why would you rank the streets? Question number 5: Why would you stop ranking the streets? Because you didn't run out. I'm on a street that's not a street of the week, apparently. Would you? Was it a thing that was celebrated? Like, did the government come out, the mayor come out and give everyone $50 or something? Oh, here you go, guys, for keep maintaining street of the week. Residents of Tomato Lane, you are all getting $50 courtesy of Bunnings. Will be at any price by 10%. And don't forget to get yourself a sausage on the way out. Was that the occasion? Did you get cake, throw a little street party, go around in a van, like through the street, parading? Obviously no one's cheering because everyone's already on the float, right? But man, these things bug me and confuse me, complex me, entice me, excite me, arouse me. Okay? But there's something that happens in my day-to-day life when I'm sitting right here at home in my room where you think I'd be safe. You think I'd be safe from all the world's problems. Well, I'll tell you in on a little secret. That's a lie. They lied to us. I have 2 computers, right? Yes, I know, it must be nice. And I assure you, it is not. It's not. Okay? I have a Mac. And the more I think about it, the more I definitely know I was extorted. I was extorted as a teenager. He ripped me off something special, right? But this computer has this awesome feature. That is, it likes to disconnect from the internet at random and then refuse to reconnect. And I can't remember that being one of the selling points. It's my little surprise, my little secret, huh? And you might think, it's disconnected. Just turn Wi-Fi on and off on your computer. It'll be back. That doesn't work. It would turn out does not work. Why did it disconnect? I wouldn't know. I've got no idea. I could be using it. I leave it. I come back in 10 minutes. I've just wrecked the toilet. I come back. Oh, it's disconnected. I go, well, I was just using you 10 minutes ago. You've only ever connected to one internet. It's the same one you use every single day. Why are you disconnecting? It doesn't know. You go, reconnect. It goes, oh, I can't do that. I go, why can't you? It goes, I can't do it. I cannot do it. The only way to do it is you've got to restart the whole router. But then that distracts everyone, that disturbs everyone. And then that is also not a guarantee. So what I did, Big Brain Finton as they call me, I went and bought another computer, right? And the whole logic of that move was, of course, well, a new computer won't disconnect from the internet. This clearly is just something wrong with this computer. Because no one else in the house has it. No one, nothing. Never heard of it before, right? I used this new computer. The first couple of weeks, fine and dandy. Then, all of a sudden, I'll be watching a movie. I'll shut the lid, go upstairs, have dinner, come downstairs. Oh, it's disconnected. Well, you were connected 35 minutes ago, were you not? You're still on the same document, the same movie that you were on when I left you. Why are you disconnected? Well, I don't know, Finton. Well, okay, Mr. Computer. You're kind of fucking me here. You were kind of fucking me here, and that's fucking rude. And it drives me fucking bonkers. It absolutely blows my ball sacks out my body. I fucking hate it. It's the most infuriating part of my week. And this shit happens all the goddamn fucking time. And I just cannot believe it. I can't believe it. Why are you disconnecting? You were connected, now you're disconnected. You've never, ever been exposed to another internet. So don't tell me you're connecting to another internet. Why are you not connecting? You've got one job. Connect to the internet and stay connected. How the hell are you going to forget the internet when it's the only internet you've ever been a part of? Then you can't get back in. But you were just in 35 minutes ago. Why can't you get back in now? I don't know if you can. But as if that isn't enough, it also has another really excellent feature. That, of course, is that while it's connected, now we're back on the Mac, while it's connected, my phone loves to do this thing where I am constantly, without fail, notified about 36 times throughout my sitting that would you want to share the password with your computer? And I'm sitting there going, well, Mr. Phone, you're connected to the internet and the computer is connected to the internet. So why would I want to share the password? Because it clearly knows the password because it's on the internet. So Apple, a little question for you. What are you doing? And why are you doing it to me? That's not an outrageous question, is it? But then, so you're asking me to send the password to the computer when it's already connected to the internet. And then I've tried it. I send the password, nothing happens. It just freezes my phone, and after 5 minutes of the spinning wheel goes, oh, okay, can't do that. Well, Apple, you asked me to do it. I didn't ask for it. So how are you not going to do the thing that you said for me to do? Then, when the computer disconnects for no reason and refuses to connect for no reason, I don't get the same notification. So my phone, which is connected to the internet, then doesn't tell me to share the password when you think you would need it. Apple, what's up with that? Another little gripey gripe with the old Apple, the old TC, Mr. Cook, that would be, why you scam me? I got my new phone, right? A few months ago, last year, whenever. I don't really remember, right? Sometime last year. You part of the plan, you get the phone, then you automatically set up an Apple TV account. I didn't ask for that. You go, here's 1 year free, 1 year on us. I go, thanks very much. I didn't ask for it. Then, I guess it's somewhere lost in the fine print. You once the year's up, you've been siphoning money out of my account to pay for the app I've never ever used, not even once. And I most certainly never set up my credit card for. Apple, what's up with that? And I never realized $8 a month just slowly siphoning. Again, yes, I'm loaded. And yes, I have lost touch with all of you common men and women. And yes, I'm not going to apologize for it, okay? But it took me 7 months. 7 months. You've been taking $56 out of my account, which I never not once said yes to. Why are you going to do that? And the only time I actually realized and got to cancel it was because I happened to look at my bank statement the same time you sent it to me. Little bit shady. Huh? Are we sitting under a palm tree, Apple? Because that's a little bit shady. Are we sitting in a casino playing the old roulette? Because it's a little bit dicey. Please don't do that to me, Apple. Please. I'm begging you. Just as we finish up, to cool our heads, calm our souls, and get in the Christmas spirit, let me tell you about something really dumb I saw. And this one, it's not something that affects me. I saw a video titled Beach on a Budget. I went, okay, that's fun. They're going to do a beach in their backyard. Which, first off, the whole concept of a beach on a budget doesn't make any sense to me. Because beaches are free. Beaches are free. Now, I've been to America where they make you pay for beaches. That's the biggest scam of the century. And I tell you what, I didn't pay. Oh, sneaky fingers over here. Oh, got his way out of it. Huh? The old sleuth. Huh? Got my way out of it with the old, oh, I'm just here with the kids. Yeah, I'm in here on camp, mate. It's official business. What can I tell you? So that's how I was actually with kids though. So I was legit. But I was supposed to pay, but sneaky guts, I didn't do it. Because why would I pay for a beach? So maybe that's why it's beach on a budget. But this beach was not a backyard pool with some sand. It wasn't that. It wasn't even one of the blue shells you find at the shops. One of those big blue shells that pretty much every child grew up in, right? And then slowly, that never got used. Then it slowly became like a dog bar thing, and then you just got rid of it, right? Not even that. They were talking about a marble bench under a windowsill that they put resin on, and they put some sand on, and a few shells, and some blue paint, and made it look like a beach. Now, that looks kind of cool. That's not beach on a budget. That's just a fancy windowsill. That's just a fancy little bench under a window that you can have your coffee on. It's not beach on a budget. That's arts and crafts. Because I'm sure you could still stroll down the beach and it'd be free. Even if they're charging, you'll find a way for it to be free. You spent money on this, thus defeating the purpose of the beach, because the beach is free. And if you're going to call it beach on a budget, at least make it a beach, not a windowsill. So dumb. But that wraps up, Christmas for one more year, huh? If you're listening this before Christmas, which I highly recommend, I also recommend listening to it after. Possible bias, though. You have a lovely Christmas, okay? I'll speak to you one more time before the new year. Lucky you, lucky me, lucky us all. All right? Have a Merry Christmas. Shower the ones you love with praise and care. And make sure when you're getting a gift to do the old Finton route, don't give a reaction. You'll make everyone's day. And that's a guarantee. Merry Christmas. Goodbye.